Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima, R9, oh phenomenal, the phenomenon, considered the greatest striker of all time, one of the greatest players of all time, a player that's influenced so many strikers in the game of football, a 3 times FIFA World Player of the Year and a 2 times Ballon d'Or winner. At the age of 12, he joined a futsal team where he scored a record 166 goals in just one season. He always says futsal will always be his first love because that's where he developed a lot of his skills. After being spotted by former Brazilian player Jairzinho, who was coaching São Cristóvão, Ronaldo played for São Cristóvão's youth team. He progressed very quickly through the ranks and he ended up playing for the under-17s and under-20s while he was only 15 years old. At the age of 16, Jairzinho would now recommend him to join his former club Cruzeiro. At the time, a lot of clubs wanted to sign the 16-year-old Ronaldo. Jairzinho saw Ronaldo's potential and he helped him get the move to Cruzeiro. In his 2 seasons at Cruzeiro, he scored 44 goals in 47 games, and he also led them to the first Copa do Brasil in 93 and the Minas Gerais State Championship in 94. Ronaldo was averaging almost a goal a game there, and at that time, what was fascinating, he was only 16 to 17 years old. He also broke some records there, being the youngest player to score a hat-trick in certain competitions, and also even in the league, he was the second youngest player to score a hat-trick after Pelé. So he achieved a lot of things whilst playing for Cruzeiro. In 94, he was selected for Brazil in the 1994 World Cup, where he never featured in any of the games, but Brazil went on to win the World Cup with Romario leading them to the win. Romario also advised Ronaldo to join his former team, PSV, where he'd played in 1988 to 1993. So Ronaldo decided to move to PSV. So after joining PSV, Ronaldo in his 2 seasons scored 54 goals in 58 games. Ronaldo ended up getting the top scorer in 1995, and he also won the Dutch Cup in 1996. Players were shocked at the talent of Ronaldo. They had never seen a player that young be that great. During his spell at PSV, he attracted attention from Inter Milan and Barcelona was the one willing to pay their then record fee of 19.5 million euros, and he ended up joining the club on the 17th of July 1996. And during the 96-7 season, Ronaldo had one of the greatest debut seasons ever recorded in football, scoring 47 goals in 49 games in all competition. He helped Barcelona win the UEFA Cup title, and he capped up the season with the winning goal in the finals, and to win the 1996 Supercopa de España as well. He was also La Liga's top scorer with 34 goals in 37 games. He won the European Golden Shoe, and until 2008-9 season, Ronaldo remained the last player to score more than 30 goals in La Liga. We all know who went on to score 30 plus goals multiple times in Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. The crazy thing about Ronaldo's 47 goals in that season, most of them was 1v1s against the keeper, where he went around the keeper and slotted the ball in the net. In 1997, when he was only just 20 years old, he was seen as the next great in football after Pelé, Maradona, Johan Cruyff, Marco van Basten. To most people, they had never seen a player that great at that age. Ronaldo will go on to win the FIFA World Player of the Year at the age of 20 years old, becoming the youngest player to win the FIFA World Player of the Year. His time at Barcelona lasted just 1 season, as he transferred to Inter Milan after negotiations broke down between him and the club. He would go to Inter Milan then and receive the Ballon d'Or and a world record transfer fee. So till now, he's still the youngest player to win the Ballon d'Or. So for the second time, Ronaldo broke the world record fee, and the only player to do that before Ronaldo was Diego Armando Maradona. He adapted very quickly to the Italian style, which was considered the hardest league in the world at the time, with the best defenders, and it was such a defensive league. But Ronaldo went on to score 25 goals in the Serie A in his first season, and he won the Serie A Football Player of the Year. Halfway through this first season, he won the FIFA World Player of the Year for the second time, and he also went on to collect the Ballon d'Or for the first time. In his first season at Inter Milan, he finished with 34 goals in all competition in just 47 games. In the 99 season, Ronaldo would have what was considered the worst injury in football after his knee literally exploded. He would go on to miss almost 3 years of football. In 2002, Ronaldo will make a comeback at the World Cup where he would set the tournament alight, finishing with the Golden Boot and helping Brazil win the World Cup. Ronaldo will go on to win the Ballon d'Or for his exploit at the World Cup, and he will join Real Madrid, where he would go on to win La Liga in his first season, and he would also get the Pichichi in his second season. Ronaldo also started to gain injuries and look out of shape, and during his remaining few years at Madrid, started to miss more and more games. He spent a total of 4.5 seasons at Real Madrid, and will later on go on to join AC Milan, where by the time he was past his prime and out of shape, and then will later on return to Brazil to finish his career there. R9 was one of the greatest players we've ever seen. If you saw him play football, you won't even look at just the stats. It's his overall play. In his prime, he was unstoppable. He played against the greatest defenders in the history of the game, like the Paolo Maldinis, who still regard him as the most difficult player he's ever faced. The likes of Jose Mourinho, who in his eyes is the greatest player he has ever seen with his eyes. Ronaldo's legendary status would be even higher had he not suffered the injuries and looked after his body. But what he achieved in his time as a professional football player, there is no greater younger player that has ever played the game.